Personally, I'm excited about the cities of the future. Are you guys excited about the cities of the future? Woo. Entire cities powered by solar and wind energy, cities crawling with only autonomous electric vehicles, cities that have self-sufficient water and waste systems. Imagine the possibilities. Technologies beyond our wildest dreams, catering to our every need. Today's problem's gone. Or perhaps cities of the future are an apocalyptic wasteland, dystopia. But what if, in 5 decades, we look around and we see that everything, in fact, looks more or less the same as it does now? Because it keeps being sampled, resampled, and replicated. What if outside of Shanghai, there's a town that looks like England, and also a town that looks like Germany, and also a town that looks like Italy? What if your favorite fish and chip shop from Dorset is conveniently located just down the road from your favorite church, which happens to be Christ Church Clifton Down in Bristol? This isn't a prediction. It isn't even a dystopian fantasy. This place exists. The developer of this town describes his vision as the following, quote, "The visitor to Thamestown will not know where England ends and China begins." This folding of time and space, is it magic or is it sorcery? Design has always been about passing on DNA. So as we anticipate growth and development on all continents for the next 5 decades, we must consider what exactly is being passed on in this DNA. We know that increased urbanization is giving rise to a redrawing of urban territories. We know that these territories can be described as atolls fed by the non-organic matter of politics and economics. We know that the re-territorialization of cities can also be characterized by edges that are tangible and also evanescent. And finally, we know that the re-territorialization of cities is manifest in the form of enclaves that bring identity to occupants while marking a here and a there. The danger of this trend toward atolls, edges, and enclaves is that the city becomes, quote, "a composite of self-contained status communities, a collection of impermeable strata living side by side, rather than a structure of interrelated classes engaged in continuous interaction." This eerily prescient quote from the anthropologist Clifford Geertz is from 1965. This is written before the end of the Cold War, before the privatization of the market in countries such as China and Vietnam. It was written pre-globalization as we know it. In his introduction, Patrick mentioned, he described 2 trends that we see looking forward, the concentrated city and the dispersed city. I'm interested in cities where both of these trends exist simultaneously, and in some cases exist literally next to each other. So in the case of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, we observe a jarring discontinuity between the self-contained community of the first world, globally oriented Kuala Lumpur City Center development, or KLCC it's known, which would follow the concentrated model, and the equally self-contained community of Kampung Baru, a Malay agricultural settlement set aside for Malay people by the British colonial power over 100 years ago. Occupants of these 2 enclaves live, work, shop, and recreate in parallel but distinct realms. The persistence of Kampung Baru as a low-rise ethnic enclave, or a slum, as it's been described in local press, is that some of the most expensive real estate in the country of Malaysia is a product of both its history and the current project of rapid urban industrialization. Which brings me to my final observation. Reflecting back on Geertz's quote from 1965, what is new today and what is history repeating itself? design is indeed about passing on DNA. What are we passing on? And how can we remember to look back as we look forward? Thank you.